Oh, my good friend, you are here to visit Rabbi of Elohim, the greatest Kabbalah of Eng Zohan, because you have seen this Torah title. So you want Rabbi of Elohim to give you the rightful interpretation to this title of Torah. So what Torah title do we have? Torah interpretation of Beresheet. Beresheet is Hebrew language. Translated of Beresheet to English, it becomes Genesis chapter 2, verse 21. You want the rightful interpretation to this title? Good. At the time that there was not found a help, Hashem Elohim of En Zohan caused a deep sleep to fall upon the man, as you are seeing right now. Hashem Elohim of En Zohan and the man, the both are there. You can see. Good. Which is Beresheet, chapter 2, verse 21. The truth fact is that you'd ever hear Elohim allude to Abba and Iman, and a deep sleep is the Excel. As it is written of this Excel, a deep sleep fell upon Abraham, which is Beresheet. Beresheet is Hebrew language. Translated to English, it becomes Genesis chapter 15, verse 12. Here too, this sleep alludes to a cell. It caused a deep sleep to fall upon Moses, and he slept. And sleep is allusion to a cell in the phrase, and he took one of his side. From whose side did he take? That is the question. He replied, Abba and Iman took one out of one of the maid of the queen. She is the aspect of white and is described as fair as the moon. And close up the flesh in its place, which means Beresheet. Beresheet is Hebrew language. Translated of Beresheet to English, it becomes Genesis chapter 2, verse 21, that you are saying right now. Referring to the flesh of Moses that is actually talking about in this paragraph. About who it said, for that is also, bracket open, Hebrew, which is Beshagam, bracket close, is flesh, Beresheet. Beresheet is Hebrew language. Translated of Beresheet to English, it becomes Genesis chapter 6, verse 3. Because the numerical value of Beshagam is equivalent to that of Moses. Therefore, in this context, the term flesh alludes to Moses' flesh. The flesh of Moses is red. And it said of him, the face of Moses is the face of the sun. This means that just as the color of the sun is reddish, so is the color of the flesh of Moses. And it is the aspect of the upper Juvura of Iman. Juvura is Hebrew language. Translated of Juvura to English, it becomes judgment from the 10 Sephiroth. This is the reason why the verse is written. Fair as the moon, clear as the sun. Shea Ashirim is Hebrew language. Translated of Shea Ashirim to English, it becomes Song of Song, chapter 6, verse 10. Study that. The right column, which is from the aspect of the maid, is considered the white aspect, and clear as the sun is from the aspect of the left column, is considered the flesh of Moses. Rabbi of Elohim, the greatest Kabbalah of En Zohar. I look into this teaching of Hashem Elohim of En Zohar, and I continue my teaching by saying, there is another explanation of this verse, and close up the flesh, is that they wanted to protect her from the external forces as close up me to protect. It is written, and Hashem shut him in, close up after him. Beresheet. Beresheet is Hebrew language. Translated of Beresheet to English, it becomes Genesis chapter 7, verse 16. Because by the Ole Juvura, which is judgment of the red flesh of Moses, the external forces are made to flee. That is just the fact. Another explanation of this phrase and close up is that it's me to actually close and put between a limit, as it is written, over against the border, which is Shemot. Shemot is Hebrew language. Translated of Shemot to English, it becomes Exodus chapter 25, verse 27. So a frame is established by the red flesh of Moses, where the queen, namely Makut, shall be shot for 6 working days. Yeshekeh is Hebrew language. Translated of Yeshekeh to English, it becomes Ezekiel chapter 6, verse 1. Read that. To be open on the Sabbath alone. Rabbi of Elohim, the greatest Kabbalah of En Zohar. I look into this teaching of Hashem Elohim of En Zohar, and I concluded by saying, accordingly, Moses did not die, as was always with the Shekhinah in a cell. Shekhinah is Hebrew language. Translated of Shekhinah to English, it becomes divine presence of the Holy One, blessed base that you are seeing right now, staying with Moses. And so is called man. Of him it is written, a definer excel. But for the man, bracket open, Adam, English, bracket close, there was not found a help, which is Beresheet. Beresheet is Hebrew language. Translated of Beresheet to English, it becomes Genesis chapter 2, verse 20. As all were matched against him. So the verse, but for the man, there was not found a help to match him, was said about the central pillar, which is the happy. The happy is Hebrew language. Translated of the happy to English, it becomes small face, 6 chamber that include themselves together from the 10 Sephiroth. As there was nobody to help Moses bring the Shekhinah out of a cell. This is why it is written, and he looked this way and that, and when he saw that there was no man, which is Shemot. Shemot is Hebrew language. Translated of Shemot to English, it becomes Exodus chapter 2, verse 12. as Moses is actually of his own, the aspect, like the central pillar, it is said of him. But for the man, there was not find a help to match him. The same was said of the central pillar, as we explained shortly. May the peace of Shabbat Shalom be with each and every one of you as you listen to the teaching of Hashem Elohim of Ein Zohan today. My name will make the same Rabbi of Elohim, the greatest Kabbalah of Ein Zohan. Shabbat Shalom.